Hello! Runeterra Reforged HORIZONBOUND, aka 9.5, has released a preview. So let's take a look at it. First, Bilgewater is a new trait. We have Ilawi, Graves, Twisted Fate, Nautilus, Misfortune, Nila, and is a 5 gold unit Gangplank. And what are they doing? They're applying a mark on the enemies, and then we're getting cannon strikes, artillery. So let's take a look, because Wild gave us some clips. Baron Asher, still a thing, but now he has to deal with artillery fire coming from the top. The ship is from Gangplank. Gangplank as legendary unit can be played in the front line or in the back line. And he's acting a bit different. Here we have him in the back line. Another trait is Ixtal. And Ixtal is a more complicated trait. Why? We can get different elements and different positioned hexes. We have Milio, Kiana, and Neko. 1 gold, 2 gold, or 3 gold champions. These different elements and hexes are the same for the whole lobby. Meaning no one can claim the others had better elements, the others had better positioned hexes. It was RNG. At least for this part. We have some examples here. With stone, or ice. Is there stunned now? Or what? So, stone, for example, gives quad control immunity. And yes, I'm looking at Milio, because supporter rock. Ice, meaning they get frozen like Zonyard and heal a bit. Electric, they stun the enemies. Wood is more HP and they get bigger. And fire, we're setting our enemies on fire. Wind, we're getting attack speed. So you can combine them, for example, wind, maybe with the gunners, for example. We will have to see what will happen. But they are not the only ones. Vanquisher. Their spells can critically strike. They do more critical damage and have a higher chance, but they're good at shredding tanks too. This is the team, and which means we have lost the trait Dead Eye. Aphelios has enough weapons, he just switched to gunners, and Darius switched teams. So we have new 4-cost units, meaning we are losing some. We lost Lux, Urgot, Zeri, Gwen, and Yasuo. We got Silco, Nila, Saya, Mordekaiser, and Fiora. Here we have an example of Silco's ability. He throws a nice puddle, and worth so chosen, he even can throw 2 times before they disappear again. We already saw Nila, and we have Saya too, which looks cool, but how effective it will be, we won't know from this clip. Mordekaiser looks not interesting too, but it looks like it's just a variant of his R. He might not disappear, but at least he seems to be getting stronger. And Fiora likes to jump around. Nobody has ever seen that from her before. In addition to that, we're getting Milio, which we already saw throwing his Q, and Naafiri. Yes, that dog is here too. It looks a bit unimpressive, but the fear should be from him. Now we can take a small look at the items. We're getting some new portals, therefore Wise is getting some changes. But the items are the big part. They're changing items in a big way. We're getting support items as a class. All items get renamed. Why? Because some items, like Zekes, are annoying to build or not really useful to the late game. If you got the Zephyr, you don't want it in the early game. You want it in the late game to try to focus one of his carries out. Meaning we have core items, which are the standard craftable items, the radiant items, artifact items, formerly known as Ornn artifacts, and support items, which are, for example, Shroud of Stillness, Locket. Meaning, if you can no longer build Shroud of Stillness, there are a new items option for this. For example, Adaptive Helmet, Tear, and a Cloak. And we're getting some nice new buffs. Nashor's Tooth, no longer a tank item. Now we're getting attack speed. Even Shroud, which is armor reduction. We have now something tanky here. Or is Dirax. A Night Harvester. Meaning Zizirot, Zephyr, Shroud of Stillness, Zekes, Chalice, and Locket are gone. as a craftable item. How we are getting support items, we will have to try out. Meaning, this is everything till PBE, which is way before September 13th. But write down what you think about these changes and which champion you want to try out first.